Hi guys, welcome to It's Kathy and Us. I'm Kathy, and unfortunately today there's no us, but we will be talking about the us. Remember, if you want to be part of the us, all you have to do is subscribe down below, and yeah, that's it. Basically, turn on your post notifications, that way you guys are informed every time I upload a new video, and that's about it. Let's get started with this little mini story time. Thank you for joining us if you do stay. I'm gonna be telling you a little story based on a picture I ran across during this quarantine. Let me stop myself right there. A lot of us could relate in a way, one way or another, because if you weren't the person, if you weren't this person, you were that person. If you weren't that person, you're this person. And if it wasn't you, then it was your friend, because we all have friends either like this or like that or whatever, even ourselves, right? So everything started on a July something, okay? I don't know the exact date, but we were celebrating my birthday. That day in particular, I think I was turning either 18 or 21. Pretty sure 21, because it was a club that we went to, and I'm gonna show you the picture right here. It's a little too much, right? It's like a little too much, but that's the picture, okay? I have more pictures, I think, but I have made a collage for some reason, and yeah, that's what popped up, right? And so I believe I was turning 21, and we had decided, I think at the time my parents used to go to church, so they weren't able to really like party and stuff, and I've always like enjoyed that. Family to me is important, right? So I planned to have a celebration with my parents and my family first, and then at nighttime I decided to not rent a party bus, but I had a friend that was a promoter that hooked it up, you know? So we were able to go on a party bus to a club for my birthday. And I don't remember what club it was, to be sincere. I don't remember the name. I don't know if it was Playhouse or... I don't remember, to be honest with you, so I don't want to sit there and lie. I just know that it was somewhere in Hollywood. We had a good time at my aunt's. I had a party right there, like a little mini party. I'm not sure if I had drinks or not, because they are Christian too. So they were Christian too, or actually they are Christian now still. Ironically, my dad is too now again. He wasn't for a while. He stopped going to church for a while. My parents did, but my dad started going again, and so yeah, but that's a different story. Point is that at that time, both of my parents and my aunt and uncles, they were going to church, right? So I kind of wanted respect, but I also wanted to enjoy myself, right, with my family. And they know me, so it's not like, it wasn't a big surprise, you know, if they saw that there was a few drinks, if I had a few drinks or not, you know. They know me. All of my family was there. They came, they celebrated me, we cut a cake, and then it was time to go to the party bus, right? So I invited my aunts and uncles to come with me to the party bus, because most of them are a very good time. I love them all. They're important to me, and why not? You know, they enjoyed drinking, and so did I, and it was just a thing. So I invited all my aunts, and some of my uncles came, you know, they tagged along or whatever. So it's nighttime now, right? So now there was like a meetup location. I don't remember where it was exactly, but the party bus was very big. It was like one of those big ones, but we low-key still did not fit. Like, there was people standing, you know, others sitting, but that's just at the time how it was. I remember a few of my friends went, and some of them like I had not hung out in a while with, and then others I already knew what they were like, you know. And then obviously my aunts, I'm trying to make them feel comfortable, because they kind of didn't feel comfortable, because it's a group of a lot of young ones, and then it's not like they're old, but they just kind of felt like I'm too old for this, even though they weren't, you know. But because like they're fun, like they were just fun. And so we went and we started drinking. I don't remember if it was vodka or like Jack, or I don't remember if it was tequila. I don't remember what it was, okay? But I know for sure that we started drinking in the bus. So we're like pretty lit at this point, right? And we get to the club and we order some more drinks. But the men, they kind of drank more than us females, right? And I was trying to make sure I was like taking care of everyone in a way. Not taking care, I was making sure that everyone felt comfortable in a way, because I knew some of my aunts were like feeling like a fish out of water, because maybe it had been so long, or maybe just because of the crowd, right? At this point we get to the club and everyone's pretty lit, you know, or most of us are pretty lit. And this is basically all I remember, okay? I remember we went, there was like, we had more drinks, we took pictures in the club. There was this one guy that was like a not a go-go dancer, but like one of those, right? And so I'd been there before and I'd seen him before and everything, but I didn't know him. So the point is, like, he came with jello shots and, like, you know, drinks, and it was like pretty fun. Like, we were having a good time. Well, at least I was. I hope everyone else was too. So now we're at the club, right? And my friend, I know her from when I was young, and I used to go to church with my parents. We used to go to this one church, and she was like my bestie. I don't know if I was her bestie, but she was my bestie. She was like about a year or two older than me. I think she is, or maybe 3, I'm not sure. But point is that to me, she was like my best friend, right? And then we got older, had not seen her in a while. We started seeing each other again, hanging out, whatever. And I invited her to come with me to the party, to the party bus. And she brought her boyfriend, which I went to high school with, that I knew from before, right? And I had not really gone out with him to a club ever, so I didn't know what his tolerance was, right? So I hope he doesn't get mad. Sorry, let's call you, sorry, I'm not gonna say your name, I'm gonna call you something else. Jason. Sorry, Jason, if you see this. Okay, but I just have to say the story because it's funny. So I didn't know how much like he could tolerate in drinks, you know, I didn't know. So in the bus, like, I made him take shots. I made a lot of people take shots, you know, and he was one of them. I made everyone had like drink, you know, like we were all drinking. So I know, I just wasn't sure how much he drank, to be honest. Like, I wasn't really paying attention, because I'm telling you, like, I was just making sure that everyone was having a good time, and he was part of everyone. So of course I gave him to drink. I just maybe should have been a little bit more cautious, and then a little bit more, what do you call it? I don't know the right word for it, but I should have taken it slow on him, okay, to put it in better words. But basically they wanted to have a good time, and like, why not? It's not like every day that we get to celebrate my birthday, right, and be together all at once. So why not? Keep in mind, he's already been drinking at in the party bus, okay? Now we get to the club. He was like lit, okay? I had no idea he was like that lit. So we get in the club, and you know, some people kind of went their separate ways, because of course there was 2 dance floors, and it's like a lot of the girls were hanging out alone, and then the guys kind of went like maybe to hang out with themselves, or like the wives went with them and things like that, right? A lot of different things happened, okay? One of them being this. So we go, and my friend's like, where's Jason, right? Like the girl, my friend that's like, whose boyfriend is Jason, right? Let's name her, okay, let's call her Amy, okay? You know who you are, and you know why I'm using that name. But so let's call her Amy. So Amy asked me, like, I know there was like a couple times she was like, hey, where's like Jason, right? Like, have you seen him? Like, where's Jason? And we were kind of like turned, but you could tell she was still worried about like where Jason was, right? So I'm like, I don't know, like, and I started telling my cousin, I started telling my aunts and like my friends, like, hey, where's Jason? Like, do you guys know where Jason is? And whatever, you know? Point is that she was like, oh, fuck that, like, let's just kind of have fun. I could tell she was worried, but we were like, let's just have fun. So we're like, okay. So we go, and we go like have more drinks. So she started like looking for him, right? And she's like asking me, but she's kind of annoyed because she's like, where the heck is he? But because he kind of just told her like, I'll be back type of thing, right? And maybe I'm telling the story wrong, but that's just what I remember, okay? Time went by so quick in a way that all of a sudden it was like time was up, right? It was time to go home. We started trying to get everybody together. the night was over and we started getting worried. We were like, what happened? Like, where is he? Because we couldn't find him anywhere. Like, from I'll be back to I'll see you or whatever, it became like a manhunt. Like, we were like, where is he? Where is Jason? We can't leave him. And low-key, we were all scattered. Like, some of my friends were here, some of my other friends were there, some of my aunts were there, some of my aunts were with me, like that, you know. So we were kind of all over the place. Now we're like worried, right? We're like, where is he? Because like the bus gotta go and we can't find him. And it's like, it's not like we could just, I mean, we could have probably caught a cab or whatever, but it was a lot of us. So we came together, we leave together, right, type of thing. So we were like, where do we find him? Like, I told my friend, I remember like one of my friends from the valley, he had came, right? So I was like, can you go look for him, please? We can't find him. Like, go check everywhere you think a guy would go. And he's like, okay. So he went to go look in the restroom. He comes back outside, he's like, oh no, like, why are you tripping? He's like, he's cool, he's like asleep. We were like, what? We were like, what do you mean he's asleep? The entire night, since he kind of like deuced us, he spent the entire night in the restroom. In the restroom. He was probably like having the time of his life, dreaming about like sheep and like him in the clouds, and he probably had the best sleep ever, hugging the toilet, which is gross. We were like, what the heck? But it was just so funny that Jason was that drunk. And then like, but it was crazy because that night a lot of things happened. Like, I remember like there was like a fight outside and we were kind of like, what the hell's going on, you know? Because basically, you know how the clubs are though. There's always fights at the clubs. There's not one time I mean, at least every time I've gone out, whenever you go to the club, there's a fight. And if there's not a fight, there's going to be a fight, but they stop it type of thing, you know? But it's always kind of like the men. Actually, no. I've seen a lot of girls fight too. Over dumb stuff, you know? I've actually fought with my boyfriend at the club. I've argued with him and I'm like, okay, juices or whatever. Like, I'm leaving, but we leave together anyways. You see a lot of those little arguments, or you see other ones where you actually see, you can tell that like, ooh, homie just got caught, you know, or homegirl, because sometimes somebody wanted some. Sometimes guys be the jealous ones. Let me tell you, and I'm not making it up. So my friend was having like the time of his life at the club, but in the restroom with the toilet. They had a little make-out session, you know, whatever, nothing too romantic because but Jason, how did all that ass taste? Just kidding. But anyways, so that was that, right? So he found him there, and then the next worry was another one because we couldn't find someone that was had been there with us. And unfortunately, I don't have the best memory, so I know that we kind of left someone behind, and I know it's messed up, but like, we were looking for the person everywhere and we just couldn't find it. The only problem is that I don't remember who we left behind, and I am so sorry because I don't remember, and I'm so sorry that we left you, but I was on like another level. And I do know there was fights, but I mean, what club doesn't have fights? And I know what couple doesn't argue type of thing, but that's none of my business. That's something I cannot tell because obviously it did not happen to me, and I will not do that just out of respect, because I care and love about every single person that came out that day, and I will never put them in a bad light, and I will never share that story because it's just not right for me to do that, you know what I mean? And but that's what happened. And I do know though that at the party bus, one of my aunts was like very upset because obviously like they didn't know everyone there, right? And we were all drinking from the same bottle, and there was other people that were also drinking from the same bottle that my family did not know about. They didn't know them either. So sorry, a friend of mine texted. So but you know, obviously not everyone wants to put their mouth on something that 10 other people have put their lips on, you know, and it's just not safe. It just kind of felt like, ooh, they should not be putting their mouth in that bottle. Does that make sense? Like, it wasn't just like me and my aunts, it was like me and my aunts. And so, but we were all tipsy, we were all drunk, and normally that's just kind of what you do. You forget, you're not careful, and you know, but it was a very fun time. I also remember that it was kind of uncomfortable for some, just because there was smoking in the bus, and you know, when you're a certain age, you're like kind of over that, so it's not, especially if you've never done it before, right? And I myself, I've only smoked maybe a handful of times. I'm not really that type. I prefer to drink, so, but the smell doesn't bother me either. Like, what does bother me a lot for some reason is tobacco, but you know, we're not all the same, and it bothers some of them, but like, you know, they thugged it out and we just had a good time. But that day was crazy. I had a blast. It was fun. There was a lot of ruckus, and I feel so bad that we were so drunk and we left behind some people that we should have never left behind, you know? And I'm sorry, but maybe we can make a round 2 without the extra stuff and without maybe the party buzz, or maybe even with the party buzz, but just for us. That way, like, everyone is comfortable and everyone has a good time, and that way we don't have to worry about like sharing the bottle with strangers, you know, type of thing. And yeah, but I don't think I ever got the chance to say thank you to every single one of them that came to celebrate my birthday that day. It meant a lot to me. You guys are very special to me and are important in my life, and every single one of you guys are the ish. One way or another, you guys have been there for me, and I could talk to you, and I have a bond with every single one of you very differently, but still very unique and special. And for that, I thank you. Thank you for being a part of my life. To my friends as well. Maybe we don't talk every day, but just know that there's a little place or a big place right here in my heart. Yes, I have one. I know sometimes a lot of people say that I'm heartless, but I'm really not. I actually have the biggest heart, but I just have the lowest patience, the lowest tolerance maybe for certain stuff. But you guys know I love you so much, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming with us. I hope that you guys had a good time despite all the stupid stuff that went down that day. I want to say thank you for coming to my little birthday party, and thank you for coming with me at night to a club you guys probably were not as comfortable coming to, but I appreciate it. I hope that all of you guys had a good time with me, my friends, and the guy that got us drunk, or the host that got us drunk. And yeah, I mean, that was that night. You guys could tell that I had a good time. It was just shots after drinks, and you know, because it started very early during the day. Like, you know, it started very early on, and I'm telling you, like, we drank the entire time from the club, from the bus, the party bus, all the way to the club, and from the club all the time in the club, and then the club from there. I don't think we drank more, but you know, you're still lit. So, but thank you so much. I appreciate it with all my heart. And if you are new, thank you for watching today. I know I'm probably not as good at storytelling, but I'm trying. I try to make something entertaining for you guys, because I know that this quarantine has been like, whew. And for any of you guys, sorry, excuse me. And for any of you guys that are interested, I do upload once a week, every week. Duh. On Tuesdays or Thursdays, and the time, I don't really have an exact time, but normally it's like lunchtime. So I would say like between noon and between noon to like 2, and if not, it'll be like between 6 to 7. So those are the 2 times I do try to upload. And yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Hope you enjoyed this little story time. I'm pretty sure that it would have been a lot more fun if I had the people here with me telling you exactly what happened, but unfortunately, because we have to practice social distancing, that's not possible. So I hope that I tried, because I really tried my best to tell you guys what went down that day and how much fun it was. And you know, to be honest with you, all I remember is just like shot and shot and shot, back to back and back to back and back to back type of thing, you know. So thank you to all of my aunts that got me. Y'all are the real MVP. I enjoyed my 21st birthday. But you know what? You know, I was probably lying to you guys this entire video, because I don't think it was my 21st birthday, come to think of it. Because my 21st birthday, if I'm not mistaken, celebrated it at my aunt's house. And my friends came over. Yeah, so whatever birthday it was lit. To tell you that for some reason, for whatever reason, you're not able, a lot of people are not able to tell when I'm like drunk already, because for whatever reason I mask it well. But guys, I be like lit, you know, like till this day people are like, what, you were drunk? And I'm like, yeah, you know, but I act right, I guess. I don't know, like it just, I don't know, just that's just how it is. But now I don't think it was my 21st, so excuse me guys if I said it was my 21st and it wasn't, because honestly I had a fake ID. I got it from downtown long time ago, which they took it from me because, yeah, so whatever birthday it was lit. Thank you guys, I love you. Make sure to subscribe down below. Yeah, call me dumb, call me funny, call me whatever, it doesn't matter to me, honestly. I just hope that you guys had a good time. I will see you in next week's video, hopefully. And please make sure to stay safe, guys. Practice social distancing the most you could, please. The most you can. Do that. Trust me, it'll save a lot of lives, believe it or not. And be very cautious, okay? And until next time, don't forget to live life happily and grateful.